They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flow, chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is. But basically, man, let me just get into something real quick because I know there's been a few cats that came on the channel and they say certain things and it's not. And I just want to clarify that. How should I say? They say things and I can't really tell if it's being disrespectful or I'll just say it's their opinion. Now, one cat, he had made a comment and he said something along the lines that I'm outdated. No, I'm not outdated. I'm at an age to where certain things matter to me and certain things don't. The thing that people say that I'm outdated because of my views, that my views are outdated. Like the whole you should stay solid when you represent a certain thing, that if you're a gay man, you shouldn't be snitching. If you go to jail for doing something stupid, as far as like shooting somebody else or gangbanging, then you shouldn't be PCing up. I don't care what your circumstance is. If you're an OG, you shouldn't be trying to force your little needles on homies and trying to turn them into gatos. I've seen that. And just basically, if you're a solid dude, that you should always stay solid regardless of the situation you're put in. You should stay a certain way. Doesn't mean you have to be with the prehistoric thinking, like, I give righteous, you know what I mean? Like I tell you righteous that should be saving your life, that this should keep you on the straight path. If you're gonna gangbang. But don't half-ass it. Don't get in these streets thinking that the shit's sweet and get smoked, and then they're having a whole Bible sermon about you. And at the wake, like, my kid was the best thing since. Nah, your kid was a fucking gangbanger. He was out on the street and probably then shot people. It is what it is if you're actually gangbanging. Now, that's the shit. That's what I give people. I tell them the reality. Like, hey, if you're going to get it, be about it. The best bet is to avoid it. But if you feel like you really want to be in those streets handling your business, there's been a lot of weenie stuff that have taken place and continue to take place. For a lot of people, when I had said things in the past as far as the way things were going and how weak it was and how it's going to continue to get weak, my shit has been vindicated. You know what I mean? It's like for the stuff that you said that was bull is actually it come to fruition. You know what I mean? It's like it's everybody can see it now. Like it's easy for cats to be so-called gangsters and then be weenies on the outright. Like you're a gangster but you're a weenie at the same time. It's there's nothing wrong with it. You had a dude on the net that was supposedly a gangster. He's talking about if he wants to run up in a dude, that's he can do that, which he can. But you can't say you're a gangster doing that. Like, you know what I mean? If I want to get my Peter waxed by a trans or a trans vet, I could do it. Like, you fools are closed-minded because you don't do the same. For one, we don't want to do the same. And if you are, that's just you. But don't say that other cats are weak because they don't want to take part in the fuckery. Like, it's just... It is what it is. If that's not what you like, that's not what you like. It's like when you have your choice of female. Not necessarily your choice, but it's like you look for a particular female that you like and you go after that. You know what I mean? You have a choice. You have a preference. So if your preference is not a dude that's walking around with a slong longer than yours, then that's your preference. That's your choice. You don't have to indulge it. You don't have to participate in it. You don't have to even acknowledge it. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the internet right now where cats like, you need to be more accepting. I'm accepting of everybody. I don't care. Every walk of life. You do what you do. That's your life. I cannot tell you nothing. Don't want to tell you nothing. As long as you're not in my kid's face with it, trying to get him to go your way, because that's what, it's a choice. Let him choose what he's going to do, and you choose what you're going to do. If you want to be out there, swinging with swingers, that's you. You know what I mean? I'm sure a couple of us have been, bulls to these cuckolds. You know what I mean? For the people that know about that, you already know what time it is. I'm gonna just leave it like that. But you know what I'm saying? Always play the bull role. You know what I mean? We don't never do the cuckold. Nah, but you know what I mean? It's like I have no problem with alternative lifestyles. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have swingers, you have, like I said, cuckolds, and then you have bulls that have, you know, dealt with these cuckolds. And you know what I mean? Of course not now, but you know, in the past, like, you know, but as far as like wanting to indulge with the swingers, not swingers, but like with people swinging like me, nah, that's just not my stilo, you know. And for anybody that takes part in it, that's just you, you know. I ain't mad at you. Do what you do, you know what I mean. Get your money the way you get it, you know what I mean. That's life. But yeah, that's all I really want to say on that. But with that being said, you know, I just want to let a few people know, like, you know, as far as like the people I should have on my thing soon. I think the homegirl Sykes is gonna be on the podcast soon. The homie Johas, Dag Savage, the homie from conscious rapper out of San Diego, he should be on the show. We got another homie that's an older black southerner that's much older than me, that has been around and seen things when it first started from the, you know. I plan on having him on the show. Of course, you know, a few up and coming rappers out of Los Angeles that are still, they're gaining buzz, but they're still in obscurity. There's a few rappers out of the cities that I've been visiting that are starting to come up, and I want to bring them out, because for the most part, it's like things that you can do for the other people. Like, it's true. It's like you may be capable of introducing them into a you know, into a circle that they can excel in, that they won't have to be on the street doing stupid stuff, or, you know, possibly losing their life, or out there doing things that get them put in prison for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? It's like you got to do what you got to do. Now, I know there's cats that be like, well, you know, as far as like the negativity in my lyrics and all that, but that's just what it is. Like, I lived that life, I lived it, and I've been through a lot of, you know what I mean? And it's just me, you know, being grimy, but that is the way it is. But that has nothing to do with me trying to tell other people, you know what I mean, to stay out of, you know, prison and stay away from bull, because, you know, you got C-Mac, he does his thing, you know. Yeah, he's still cripping, you know what I mean, but he still tries to help the homeless. He still tries to help people that are dealing with suicidal thoughts and trying to keep them from going a certain route. And he does his part. Like, you know, it can't help it all, but he still does what he, you know, what he can do. A lot of people wouldn't even listen to me if I wasn't an ex-con, or I didn't do all this I did, or didn't have the type of reputation I had. They wouldn't listen to me. But now I'm in a position to where some people I can actually help, and I'm trying right now. It's just, you know, it's a process. But yeah, those are the people I'm gonna be having on the show, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it there, because I don't want to take too much of your time. Plus, my allergies are kicking my face in, and I'll be back at you tomorrow with something different. But for the most part, if you've been following the channel since day one, good looking, and I'll be back at you. Kneel before Zod!